What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Oh Brother Comics and Happy New Year. I hope you all had a great start to this 2022. I know we're really looking forward to it. We got a lot of stuff coming in the pipeline, but we're here today to go over our 10 and 10 review video, and I don't want to waste too much time because we only got 10 minutes. So Matt, take it away, brother.
What's up, everybody? The first comic book that we will be talking about is Amazing Spider-Man number 84. I always enjoy a fun Spider-Man book, and this issue was just that. We're still following Ben Reilly as Spider-Man. This book was just the typical fun, action-packed Spider-Man book. Doc Ock is the big bad in this. His haircut is iconic and traditional and god-awful. The art in this book is really, really good. I was actually really blown away. It's super crisp. Line work is super awesome, and it really adds to just a whole nother level of enjoyment in this issue. We get another instance of Spider-Man shutting down Doc Ock's arms, which was, funny in the MCU, but let's not beat a dead horse here. But it was really good. I give this issue a really fun 3-7. Spider-Man just always delivers.
For the first book I reviewed, I chose Spawn 325. It's written by Todd McFarlane and artist by Carlo Barberi. I hope I pronounced that correct. But either way, Spawn it's an entertaining read. This is a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed Spawn, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing where they're going with it. Out of the three books, though, between King Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, and this one, I have to say that this one's probably a little bit lower on my list. It's still a little confusing, and I'd love to see them kind of get along with the story to figure out what's going on with the battle to gain power over the throne of hell. But regardless, I still enjoyed this. I rated it a 3.2 out of 5. I'm still going to be continuing to following along. The Todd father hasn't let me down so far, so let's keep it going.
All right, so first up for me is Elektra, Black, White, and Blood, number 1. This is written by Charles Soule, Declan Shalvey, and Leonardo Romero, with art by Leonardo Romero and Simon D'Armini. So first off, I have really been enjoying all of the Black, White, and Blood series, and I think they're great comics. They are all in black and white with pops of red. Everything that's going to be violent or anything like that shows up in red. I think they're amazing little stories. They're retellings of all of the old battles that kind of defined all of these characters, with this one being Elektra. It was really interesting seeing kind of how she progressed through being all of the different personalities or characters that she's been over the years. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great take, and I loved the art. The art is absolutely amazing. I rated this one at a 3.2, and I will continue to pick up all these Black, White, and Blood ones just because they are a lot of fun to read.
All right, the next book we'll be talking about is Thor number 20 by Marvel. This book was first of all, Odin has no chill. This book is absolutely incredible. I totally love the plot. I love the dynamic between Thor and Odin, and then they throw Loki in there and Throg and other characters. The story is really intense. It's actually really heavy. I could feel the stress just coming out of the pages. In this issue, we learned who the God of Hammers is. It wasn't really super surprising, just given recent circumstances, but it was a pretty cool reveal. I give this book a worthy 4.6. It's my pick of the week, and it is definitely a must read.
The next book I reviewed is Dark Knights of Steel number 3. It's written by Tom Taylor and artist by Yasmin Putri. The art in this is amazing. Oh my goodness. But the book is even better. I am absolutely loving this story, and I'm so immersed in every page that I read. I can't get enough of this. This is just so brutal, and I love the different ways that they interpret the characters in here, and it just keeps me on the edge of my seat. I am really looking forward to issue number 4. This was my pick of the week. Solid 4.3 out of 5. I am really digging what they're doing with Batman and Superman, and Zarla in here is just out for blood. It is brutal, guys. If you haven't started this, get on it.
Up next for me is Monkey Meat number 1 by Image Comics. This is written and illustrated by Juni Ba. So I don't know if this is just me, but I had absolutely no idea what was going on at any point in this entire story. I did have to go back and reread it a few times. And I think I kind of get the gist of it. It's all about this company that is creating this monkey meat that's super popular. They have their own private island that they are using the sales money from the monkey meat to fund all of these weird experiments and stuff like that. Apparently I did look it up, and each of the issues are going to be separate stories. So I'm not too sure if this particular issue had a clear and concise beginning and end. It was very confusing for me. So I did rate this one at a 3.0, but I loved the art. The art style is amazing. The story that was in this one was fun. It's a little hard to grasp, especially with the art style, because it kind of varies from cell to cell. So it's kind of hard to follow along with each of the characters as it jumps around.
All right, the next book that we'll be talking about is Hell Cop number 3 by Image. This was a pretty cool sci-fi and hell book. It has a pretty interesting plot and group of characters. It's an entertaining story following a cop who polices hell or somewhere like it. I'm imagining that it's hell. I haven't read the first 2 issues, but I do want to go back and check them out just to kind of see if it further motivates me to like follow this run. The storytelling itself is a little bit lacking, but I'm actually really intrigued by the plot. I give this book an original 2.8.
And for the next book in my review, I went with Batman 119. It's written by Joshua Williamson and artist by Mikhail Janin, Adriano De Benedetto, and George Molina. This book has really been a surprise. I am definitely liking Williamson's run and where he's taking his Batman story. We're continuing along with the death of Abyss and how Lex has been backing Batman Incorporated since they need the funding, and Batman's just not buying any of it. So he's continuing his detectiveness skills and looking into the death of Abyss, and while he's doing that, he finds out that really Abyss is definitely not dead. I rated this a 3.8 out of 5. It's been a lot of fun. It's still early in Williamson's run, but I have high hopes. Let's continue and keep it going.
Last up for me is Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 17 by Marvel Comics. This is written by Alyssa Wong and illustrated by Minkyu Jung. So this was, first off, my pick of the week. I absolutely have been loving the Dr. Aphra series. There have been a couple of lulls occasionally with it, but recently it's been very exciting. I love the archaeology aspect of it and her going after all of these different artifacts that we're kind of seeing in other stories, like with High Republic and all the different tie-ins. And I've just been really enjoying this. I love her chemistry with all the characters and the recurring characters that are coming back that have these grudges against her or have these different relationships with her, and how she just is always all about herself and just trying to, like, regardless of how she leaves a relationship with somebody, if it means her life, then that's how it's going to be. So Dr. Aphra is one of my favorite Star Wars characters, and I really enjoyed this issue, and I've been enjoying all of the issues up until this point. This one is back on with all the action, so I rated this one at a 3.8.
All right, the final book that we'll be talking about is Bylines Blood number 1 by Aftershock. This book was like really well done. It's like a gritty sci-fi detective story. It had a feel similar to Sin City, but just with a lot more color on the pages. I'm really liking the main character. She's an absolute badass. She was making me laugh out loud, and it's just really good action. She's really fun to follow throughout the story. I will for sure follow this story as it goes on. It like super hooked me in. Really, really good storytelling. I give this book a melancholic 4.2, and I'm really excited for this run.
Well, all right, guys, that brings us to the end of this review. We hope you all enjoyed the list that we put together, and we thank you all for watching. Also, we have so much new stuff coming out for this year. We're hoping that 2022 is going to be an amazing breakout year for us, and we're going to be bringing as much new content as we can to you guys. Also, if you didn't catch it, check out our creator interview with Curtis Clow. It was so much fun to do, and we're hoping to get more and more interviews coming to you guys soon. We've already got a couple leads out there, and we're working on scheduling right now, but I won't spoil anything because it's going to be really cool. Guys, again, thanks all for watching. We will catch you all later this week with our next video. Have a good one.